Hey, lovely people, it's your girl Crystal from Basket Case. Once again, I'm still rolling out these Valentine's Day concepts. Guys, I went in my local Marshalls. Was it Marshalls? Yes, I went in my local Marshalls yesterday, and look what I stumbled across. Aren't these boxes beautiful? They were part of their Christmas clearance, okay? And they're like a velvet box with this beautiful satin ribbon on top. And they are made by Papyrus, okay? Just very, very elegant. Got these on a clearance. It was, I think they were regular like $5.99 just for one box. And then it was marked down to like $3. And then when I got up to the register, they rang up for $1.50. So I went back and grabbed all that I could. And I got 5 of them. 4 of them. They only had 4. So I took all that they had. But I just wanted to show you that. They were stuck way in the back of the store on one of those Christmas clearance shelves. I mean, just really, really nice. The box itself really is a gift. You could really set that on your dresser with some jewelry in it, or, I don't know, in your bathroom, maybe with some bath soaps and bath bombs, or, I don't know, something, lotions or whatever in it. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this beautiful little box that I got. Okay, so I've attempted to, I have went ahead and made a concept with this box, and I'm going to make another one just like it and show you guys kind of what I did. All right, the set I'm going to be using is Fireside Fig. Okay, this was another one of our Walmart Christmas 75%. I think I got it for 75% off. And I went ahead and grabbed it at 75% off because everything in Walmart was going so fast. I knew that nothing was going to be left for 90%, okay? I was only able to find 2, and this was at like 3 different Walmarts I went to, but I still was only been able to find 2. So I like them because it has that beautiful burgundy color. So I'm going to open that up. Okay. And it's a Fireside Fig bath soak and candle set. And it says spicy citrus, festive fig, and velvety caramel. Okay. I like the scent. It smells really good, to me at least. Okay. So put that in my trusty little trash can there. Oh, let me get something out of that box. 1 second. Sorry about that. Before I throw it away, I forgot, in the back of this box, okay, it was a little gold inset. Okay, and I'm definitely going to use that. All right, so now the box is ready to be discarded. Okay, all right, so what came in here was the bath salts in a cute little bottle. The Spark Joy candle. Ooh, that smells really good. Smells kind of like a Marlowe. Okay, Spark Joy. And here, sorry about the noise. Whoa, that's some heavy-duty glue dots. And this is a Fireside Fig bubbly foaming bubble bath. Okay, so we have the bath salts, the bubble bath in the little champagne bottles, and then the nice little candle that says Spark Joy. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my box, this beautiful color. It's going to play off of that really, really well. Okay, and of course, I'm going to have to build the box up. But instead of stuffing it, what I'm going to do is a little trick. I actually have done this before, and I have forgotten about doing it. And then I watched a video by Nessa, Designing with Nessa, and it just brought back to my remembrance. I was like, oh my gosh, I used to do that such a long time ago, and I had totally forgotten about it. So thank you, Nessa, for bringing it back to my remembrance. I think Nessa actually said she had gotten the idea from someone else. So I love how we're all able just to come together and utilize each other's ideas. And so again, Nessa, thank you for bringing that back to my memory. It has been such a while since I have done it. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, instead of stuffing the box, we're going to create a cardboard inset. Okay, this is just a box top that I had from Amazon or someplace like that. So what I'm going to do is just measure. And I'm definitely going to have to cut this down some more. But I'm going to measure a square. Get my trusty little electric scissors here. And I'm just going to cut a square. Like so. Then I'm going to cut another one. Okay. Let's cut another one. Oh, here's mine. All right. Just drawing myself a little line there. And what we're going to do is see. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to need to cut one more. Let me cut these and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I actually needed to cut 3 of these because one's going to be a top for the box. So I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. And I may need to trim it some more. Okay, so what we have is 3 pieces of cardboard here. And what I'm going to do with these 2 pieces here, they're going to fit inside the box like so. So I just measured those. And I'm going to cut just some slits right in the top. Okay. See those little slits there? And I'm going to take my address off of this one. Yeah. Let's see. Again, this was just an Amazon box that I had, and it had my address on it. So I'm just going to take my trusty little magic marker. There you go. And just draw through the address. All right, so I cut the little slits in there, in the cardboard. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're just going to slide it down like so. Okay? And you got something like this, all right? And we're going to sit that right down in the bottom of this box. All right? There you go. All right? So that's going to keep us from having to stuff this with a lot of paper. Again, thank you, Nessa, for bringing this back to my memory. Like I said, I used to do this a long time ago, and I just hadn't thought about it until I saw your video. So I am so super excited that I did see that video. All right, let's cut this just a little bit more, because this is going to be the top. Perfect. Okay, now what I am looking at is I need to cut this down just a tad more. because it is tall, a little bit taller than I'd like. So let's just take off a little piece on that side edge, because I need it to sit really flush down in this box. Yes, so much better. I'm going to trim off that side just a little bit. Voila. Okay. And now we have a base to build upon. All right. Remember, just piece of box top from Amazon. All right. So we're going to definitely do that. Okay. Now let me clear off all of these cardboard shavings. Got my trash can right down there. And remember that little gold insert that I told you about? This is where I'm going to use it. Okay, so I'm going to trace this piece of cardboard that I cut. I'm going to trace it right on here. All right. My little ink pen here. There you go. Just traced a little square there. And I have some paper scissors here. And I'm just going to cut it out. Right along that line. All right. Okay. Yep, little square piece. And we're going to set it right on top of here. Okay. And that is going to keep our cardboard from showing. I'm going to take my glue dots. I'm not going to do hot glue, because if I do hot glue, it's going to bubble under this paper. So I'm just going to take a couple of hot glue dots in each corner. Okay, each corner of this cardboard. Okay. Each corner of this cardboard, I put little glue dots on all four corners. And then we're going to set our paper right on top. Okay. Set my paper on top. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim my cardboard just a little bit more just to even it out. Let's see. Just a little shaving. Just to keep it nice and neat. Voila. Okay, now we have a nice little gold insert that's going to sit right on top of that box. Okay, just like so. Alrighty, now what I'm going to do is, it should be okay just like that, but of course, you know what I always say, I'm extra. I have my hot glue gun here, which I didn't have plugged in. Give me a second, let me plug it in and heat it up, and I'll be right back, and we're going to glue this onto here to keep it from shifting. I'll be right back. Okay guys, that didn't take very long. Sorry about that. I thought I Had it plugged in and I guess I didn't. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a bead of hot glue right on the top of this little insert rather. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep my top from shifting. Okay. Set that right back down in there. And we're going to glue this on like so. Okay, just hold it there a second. That little glue gun is really powerful. I can feel the heat through this cardboard. All right, there you have it. All set and ready to go. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I have my little tag. And I don't want it to hang like this because when I shrink wrap it, it's going to bend inward. So for right now, I'm going to clip it off, but I'm definitely going to reattach it. Okay, so I'm just going to remove my little tag off of the box, and I'm going to keep it, like I said, because I'm going to definitely reattach it. Okay, what I'm going to do, since this box is so beautiful, I am going to set it like so. Okay, so it'll give kind of an L shape. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my candle at the top. And then I'm going to set my Fireside Fig Foaming Bath Lotion over to the side. And then the bath salts, okay? All right, guys. And it's just going to be a 3-piece special, all right? Just 3 pieces. And, of course, the lovely box makes it 4, all right? This just says remove before lighting the candle. I'm going to keep that in here, but I'm just going to turn it, instead of the lettering being on top, I'm just going to flip it under the bottom. Okay? Just so when they're looking down on it, I just won't have that ugly writing facing upwards. But definitely going to leave it in there for instruction. Okay? The bow. Okay, tail should be facing down. So I'm just going to take this and we're going to set it right here like so. And what I'm going to do is take my trusty little glue dots, because it won't hurt the box. I'm not going to hot glue it because that'll damage it, but glue dots will not. Get that glue dots on there. All right, they want to kind of give me trouble here. I did this earlier and they came out great. But for some reason, this is wanting to give me a little bit of a problem. You know what it is? I'm running out of glue dots. I need to get another roll of them. I thought I had a roll up here, but it doesn't look like I do. Bear with me one second, guys. I'm going to get in my stockpile and get a fresh roll of glue dots because this is at the end of the roll, so it isn't sticking very well. I'll be right back. Okay, my lovelies, I'm back. Got my fresh roll of glue dots here. And let's stick... There we go. A couple of glue dots right there on either side. Alrighty. Great. Alright. And then we're going to take that top. Just going to glue dot it up there just enough to hold it while we get it shrink wrapped. Okay? Alright. Got my glue dots on there. Press that down, and I think it should hold it pretty good. Okay, at least until I get it shrink wrapped. All right, we're gonna move this stuff around just a little bit. All right, and voila. All right, and this is that little, whoop. Well, I think what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna I'm gonna hot glue these items down to the base. So let me get my trusty little, let me take this top off. Again, take the top off and then see if I can glue this, glue these, well, I'm trying to get glue dots now off my hands. All right. All right, let's see if I can get this to stay. Like so. All right. Let me brace this just for a second. There. Okay. Let me see if I can get these items secured down in this box. I just did one of these and it didn't give me all of this trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the foaming fig bubble bath. Get that glue dotted, hot glued in here. Like so. What did I just drop? Something, I don't know. And then the bath salts. Get that stuck down in here. Okay. And then, of course, let me get my candle situated. And I had a glue stick somewhere. Put another one in here. All right. Did any of you get any of these gift sets from Walmart? The Fireside Fig? If so, let me know. I absolutely love the smell. Absolutely love the smell. Okay, my glue dot is not working as well as I wanted it to. It worked perfect on the other one. Let me try this again. What I may have to do is get it glue dotted to the paper. I'm not really sure why it's not sticking on this box. Let me fight with it a second and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Finally got my glue dots to work right. I'm sorry I had to pause, you guys. I had glue dots all over my fingernails and everything. And I had a little oil on my hands. I'm not really sure if that had anything to do with it or not. But I took some alcohol sanitizer and did washed my hands and came back with my my glue dots and got it all glue dotted down. Okay, so I took my heat gun, my glue gun, and I secured these 3 items in there. Now, hang on one second. I'm going to reach right over here. And what I'm getting is my tag gun, right? Remember when I told you I was going to reattach this tag, okay? I didn't want to leave it attached where it was hanging here, because when I shrink wrap it, I didn't want that tag to fold inwards. I just wanted that beautiful bow to be shown, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reattach the tag, but I'm just going to reattach it right here on the side ribbon. Okay, get my little finger in there. Got my little tag gun ready. And there you go. Poke a little hole right there. And voila. So that way when I shrink wrap it, the tag will hang flat right here on the side of this box. All right? Okay. So much for that. I have these pretty little, what is it, leaves. They're like a burgundy color leaf. It came off of a Christmas floral I had. So I'm going to utilize a couple of these leaves. Let me just clip them off of this plastic stem. The box is beautiful by itself, so it really doesn't need too much embellishment. But I did want, because I have a couple of holes there, I did want those to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strategically place these leaves right down in this box. Okay. Just like so. And maybe one on this side. Again, this is just not a must. It's just, I don't like too many holes being seen in my gifts. So I always keep things like this handy. I'm sticking that right down in the side of that box. Like I said, I always keep stuff like this handy. It's just what I call a little embellishment. Okay? All right, you get the gist of that. Okay? And voila, there you have it. And I made another one just like it. Okay? So I have 2. And that's the fireside fig. I'm gonna, okay. And that's that beautiful bow. I don't think you know what? I didn't hot glue this one down. I'm glad I went ahead and lifted it up because, okay. Let me go ahead and glue that one down. Make sure I glued the rest. Not really sure what I was thinking of. I think I might have gotten in uninterrupted with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bead of glue on there. And we're going to get that set right back in there. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a second to dry. All right, guys. And there you have it. I am going to shrink wrap these. And since this bow is so beautiful on the back of this box, I think I'm just going to do something simple at the top as far as a ponytail, because the box itself is so beautiful. Um, I may just do something simple at the top. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I did want to show you these two what I think is very beautiful concepts. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this. Amazing platform. If you would please, 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 please hype the video up if you liked it. Like, comment, and share it. Again, don't sleep on your local Marshalls. That's where I found these. There may be some in your store. Like I said, they were $3 on clearance, and then they were marked down half off of that. So I got these beautiful boxes for like $1.50. And I think it's going to add a touch of elegance and bring a little bit of revenue when I get ready to sell those. Okay. All right, guys. Again, thank you for joining. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This is Crystal with the Basket Case coming at ya, saying bye for now.